we've known Denise a long time. Okay. I have to say that I think when I first met Denise, I had to look up who Luke Bryan was, because we don't have your country music people here. And I've become such a fan.
Right.
But
that's okay.
Hi, Josh. What we want to talk about. Hi, Josh. And Cutie Candy. It's got everybody tonight. That's lovely. What we want to talk about tonight is celebrity scams, because I mean, they have always been out there, but goodness me, Denise, what is it like now?
Oh my goodness. The groups that I have are under control, but so many still go to the public groups.
Yeah.
Because we don't allow the fake accounts in there. That's a big no-no. So, and you, in order to get in the group, you have to be approved. And the amount of Luke Bryans that just try to get through, and I get at least 25, if not more, a day. And when you go into the other public groups, they'll kick you out. In fact, I just got suspended in a group because they don't want the truth out there. And they suspended my account over there.
Hey, I got suspended from a fake Scam Haters United group. I mean, that's...
Yeah, that's bad. It's real bad. But the sad thing is these women are wanting that Luke Bryan contact so much that they're doing anything to continue to do it. And it's so dangerous, and it's so bad.
Let's go back to when you believed it was Luke. You know what it feels like.
I do.
I don't want to go into it too much, but you believed completely and you sent money.
I did. Caitlin, my daughter, had to pop in and say hi.
Yeah. So what I want to say is, the reason I wanted to bring that up, how did you feel when you realized it was fake?
It was the most devastating thing. I had my family support, so I wasn't embarrassed like most ladies. But I was heartbroken. I was like, you know that it's out there, but you never think it's going to happen to you.
Exactly. Yeah.
It's like this, and it wasn't done from social media. It was done from a Meet Me app. And I didn't know at the time that it's connected to Scout, the dating site. So that's where he filtered himself in.
I always thought it was social media, yours. I hadn't realized it was something else. But
so I thought to myself, and then when my story was published through the you had a journalist that was seeking stories, and they've published it 3 times so far. I wish the United States would do it more, but
it was a really good article, though, wasn't it? They
did
a good job.
Yeah. It did, and I in fact I got a lot of ladies thinking, oh, so relieved there's actually somebody that I can reach out to, and I do. I've saved them from. Sadly, she already gave 90,000 away, but she was getting ready to send 30,000, and I saved her from doing that 30,000. Had I grabbed her sooner, but yeah, I do get a lot of people that there are other ladies out there like me, but they were too embarrassed to even talk about it.
This is what gets me, you know, Denise, because we've got a crime here where the person that's left alone is the criminal. You know, so the victim feels stupid. The person who is the subject of it, you always get, oh, they should do more, they should do this. They can't. So let's get over that bit. And then you've got the one that's spending the money and getting away with everything. It's the scammer over the other end, and they're just enjoying themselves. It's a great crime. It is the most perfect world.
And they love that money mule Bitcoin that they got going on. Just send it to Sarah. She's my good friend, and she'll take care of it.
Because it's anonymous. You've got
and once you send it through Bitcoin, it's not traced, so it's gone. You can't find it. Go ahead, Ruth. I'm sorry.
We've seen inside the Bitcoin wallets, because you can have a look in. You can't do anything, but you can have a look in, and they've got somebody. You know, it goes in on Monday and it comes out the next onto the next wallet. So it's
gone. Like they're continuously rolling it. So by the time you've catch it, you have no idea what wallet that went through or where it's gone. Where did it end up? You don't know.
But the thing is, it's gone. That is,
it's gone.
And what we were talking about last night, which I want you to really, really cover because it's out of control, is the fan membership card.
Yes. Yeah, you've got to have this card in order to get me backstage, and you'll have dinner with you. You can go on my plane. I'll take you on the tour. It's nonsense. Luke Bryan's Nut House fan club doesn't even have a membership card. It's a novelty card, and it's just a thank you note from Luke saying thank you for joining my fan club.
Yeah. But it's like $4, did you say?
$4. It's $4, and they're out there on that market going from $500 to $2,500.
I remember
is what they're getting for this.
First came out, and they were $100. Then they were $200. I've seen them go for $2,500 now. It wasn't Luke; it was another country music
artist
star. But I saw one, and it was just this morning, that if they wanted a meet and greet dinner party with him, they had to buy this fan membership card for $2,500. Now, the worst part of that is the fact that Luke would never charge his fans $2,500, and I don't know anybody who would.
No, and you know what's funny? These scammers don't realize Luke has not done meet and greets since COVID. He stopped them. He has a new way of doing things to interact with his fans at that level, but there's no per se a meet and greet with Luke any longer. It hasn't been since COVID.
There isn't any celebrity that's going to rip the fans off to the level of
no. And basically what it is, when you buy your concert ticket, you'll have a chance of purchasing it as a VIP. All that's included through your ticket agency. The most I've seen them run is $400. Most.
Yeah.
And that includes they feed you, you get a little acoustic pre-show with the artist, and then you go on to the show. But none of this $2,500 nonsense.
I did a VIP ticket for Brian May. And it wasn't a meet and greet. It was everything else.
Right.
But the food and drink, and you got little trinkets, but not Brian. Never forget.
Right. You get a little gift. They give you that nice little gift because you went VIP. You get that as you're going through the line.
I've got my little gifts and everything. I've still got them out. There's a couple of payers, but I didn't meet Brian.
So here's an example. I'll be attending several Luke Bryan's concerts. I'm doing VIP. It's a 2 acoustic song with Luke in a little room, and the cost was $398. Plus, I also get to go to the show afterwards. It's a little pricey.
I mean, I'm saying that's ridiculous. That's brilliant, but it is ridiculous in the way that
because if you and where they're getting this fan card is if you Google Luke Bryan's membership card, it says membership card, but they don't read the fine print that it's a $40 subscription. It's a subscription. It has nothing to do with a membership card.
Thing on the bottom. I can't remember where I was looking at it last night. There's a little thing on the bottom. Now, because nobody looks at the little bit on the bottom, everybody looks at that. But we've got Luke Bryan, we've got all of them. And it must be the easiest scam in the world because they're picking on people who they don't introduce themselves to.
They watch those fans' comments under their official pages, and they pick out the ones that are desperate. They could tell the ones that can't go to a show, so they pick on them and say, "I can help you. I can get you there."
Yeah, I mean, I've had it before, but as you say, Brian May still there, but I get them as well. I made the mistake of I bought a book of Brian's, and I made a mistake of putting something on his profile. And of course, I was inundated with them. Oh, I was not a lady answering them back in a second. But it just made me angry because they were trying to, hello dear. It's Brian. Thank you for being a fan.
Valentine's Day, Ruth, was a joke. Woo, that was doozy. Baby, I know you're out there. Come back to me.
Did he? That's disgusting.
So, and you know, Ruth, I had to see what happened when I clicked on the message board. Automatically it pops up. Baby, I found you. It's an automatic generated scripted baby, we found you. So you probably have 10 other women that probably did the same thing that I did. And he's got 10 babies out there that he found. Mm-hmm.
I mean, I always, I always think he's probably found 100,
Mm-hmm. And I'm sure he did.
And we've got NC Luke fan who I see is called Wanda. So come to us on the page, Wanda, if you need any help with anything.
Oh, I didn't see that.
Yeah, she's been here since the beginning.
Oh, so I see. Cheryl's here. I've got some of my ladies in here that know exactly what's going on in here.
And of course, Denise is always available to put you right, because there's not in country music. There's Hauser, the cello player, who's Hungarian, I think, and he gets pretty stressed, and he comes out and he says, "Look, it is hurting my reputation." Now, you've got people like Luke, who's, I think, too big to hurt their reputation. But if he knew about all these individual people.
Well, I don't know, Ruth, if you were able to see the news media that came out on the 81-year-old lady that she lost $30,000. I sent it to Scam Haters so you guys could have it for your record. And she still thinks it's Luke. Even after, she wouldn't even talk to Luke's lawyers. She was like, "Nope, this is him." And it's sad. It's like they did everything to show you it's not. And she still wants to believe that it's Luke, and it's not.
And there's no proof. I mean, there's not even a failed video call on these things. There is actually no proof at all.
No. They're just going with text message. You fell in love with somebody on a black and white text message, and we've never done like what you and I are doing right now. Get something like what Ruth and I are doing right now.
It is so easy.
They can't do it.
One can talk, the other can answer. She can talk, I can answer. And you can tell that we're not just moving around with bad reception.
No, and I'm not moving my lips and having the audio way over here and never mind.
Yeah. And we always said, and we always get, we must get a dozen a day. We'll ask about the video call. Oh yes, but we couldn't speak. But it was him, the son, and it was the same person as on the pictures. The level of proof that they need is so low that it's it's him. Oh, thank God!
Oh my God, I can't believe it. Yeah.
And this is why I wanted to do this tonight, because you've been there, done that. Got the T-shirt. Right?
I have.
You've been there and done that.
You read it.
And
it's and I just wish, I don't know how many times I can share out my article. How many times, Scam Haters, when we first started working together, Ruth, you said, "Denise, let me do something for you." Ruth tried to get into the groups. It was so bad she had to leave because I was jeopardizing her.
I mean, the thing was that I remember when you did the one with Pam and everything, but it's like, I mean, we've done it with others. We've done it with other people. We've gone into groups. They attack us usually.
Yeah. And it's like I've gotten so far deep into it. I don't want to stop, but I had to take the mentality. I can't help everyone, but at least if I help just one person, that was a satisfaction of getting that information out there.
Denise, when I first started this a long time ago, like feels like 100 years ago. When I first started this, I was so convinced that I knew about it, and because I knew about it, not many other people did. I was going to sort this.
Yeah, and we're going to tackle it, and we're not going to see it anymore. And look where we are today. We're still, Ruth, I've been with you for 4 years, and we're still hashing out the same thing.
And I think it's bigger than it ever was.
And it's bigger. And these Luke Bryans with their little they're not coming down, and I know you guys are doing your best, but good Lord.
They won't come down. They won't ever come down. I call them the easy scam accounts because
and they're creating like a page, and then you've got like 10 others that created a page off that page, and they're working in groups. So you got Luke Bryan sharing this Luke Bryan over here, but I also got Carrie Edwards here they're sharing like 4 to 5 scams at a time.
And they all act as if they know each other.
Yeah, it was funny. I just did an allay to someone. It was amazing what that word brought out. I was called everything under the book. I didn't like that word.
Yeah, but we've got thick skin now, Denise.
Yeah. Yes, we do. Yeah, we do. I honestly, Ruth, laugh. You know, I've had some that if you only knew how much I was laughing at you right now.
Yeah.
But it's drawn. I do have to say, I have more people aware. Excuse me, but I have so many that are still blinded.
Yeah. But I don't know what the answer is. I thought I did, but I don't. But at the same time, what gets me, Denise, I can say it's fake. You can say it's fake. Oh, is Denise being told she'd be taken to the temple yet? If you haven't had the voodoo on you, Denise, you've got a way to go.
Yeah. Yeah, I've even had them tell other people that, oh, I know Denise. I work with her. She helps me get rid of the fakes.
Yeah.
Even been used in the scam. Oh, because they know that I'm a trusted individual out there. So I've had ladies come to me and say, Denise, I just talked to Luke. I'm so glad that I've got him too. And I'm like, I'm not working with Luke. Luke has no idea who I am. Yeah. I'm not working with Luke. I don't know Luke. Never have.
They'd be better people. They did know us. But you drink.
I got so worked up that my throat's going, calm down.
No, the thing is that it's very difficult to convince people because, you know, we're not calling the babe and honey. And, you know, we fail because of that. I don't get that there is massive amounts around of proof to make proof of scammers, proof of what they ask for. We know what they're going to say. We know what the membership count's going to be like. We know what they're going to do. And we tell all these people it. The scammer says, I'm real, babe. Don't you listen to them. I'm real. I'm real. And the victims, oh, I'm talking to the real one. He's told me.
And they've spelled it, and they've said their name is Lucky. Okay. Yeah, sure you are. Yeah.
Very lucky.
I mean, you know, we're coming up on Mother's Day, and that's going to be the next. I need to get Mama a new pair of shoes or some silly like that. That seems to be our next target is going to be Mother's Day. I think where we're going to get hit. The Valentine's Day stuff is still there. We're still looking for our woman, and I need somebody to love me. And,
I'm looking for a soulmate.
Yes. Or I don't think my fans love me anymore. Please put a big yes and a heart to let me know that you do.
Yes. And you get the nobody out there loves me. Oh, will I get one like?
Yeah, I just need one. And that's all it takes, just one.
You get 1,000 women and I'm thinking, just will you?
And I get that. Just today, Ruth, I was just on one. There were 25 women telling him, baby, I love you. And I thought, oh my God, really? But then again, it's hard for me on those scenarios because they'll go in and remove my comments because they don't want those women to know.
I mean, Mel.
It's not that I'm not getting it out there, but it's being removed because they don't want that truth out there. So that's okay. I've got a public profile now. Just put you out over there and let everybody else know there.
I mean, we've got Mel that keeps, you know, that going up there. We've got a Warner's group, and you know, we put things on accounts. We were just talking about it just before we came on, and they will go in and they'll take them off and then block us. Well, they swear at us a bit, then they'll block us. But what I like is we still do get some response from that, and it might be just one or two, but we can tell that one or two that it's a scam, that it's fake. You know, do not say, and if they don't believe me, that's up to them. But if I can tell them not to send money because the scammer's going to ask for money, if I can tell them not to send money and that gets in the head, that will do, you know.
You know, and I ran into him too. Well, he's not asking for, he's not asking me. So he can't be a scammer. I go, just wait a couple of weeks and he'll be asking you for it. He's trying to gain your trust. So
I am going to
he's
start.
eventually going to ask for it.
We get so many, and I'm talking about a huge number, who come to us and say, my account's been hacked. What can I do? Now, we tell people all the time, you talk to strangers online and your account's going to get hacked. No, of course they're not. No, of course they're under control in that. No, it's not going to get hacked. And then they come back to us. Somebody's trying to get into our group tonight to talk about it. But she can't, but she's had her account hacked. If they're going to talk to scammers, they're going to get hacked.
You're gonna reap the benefits of what you're out there doing.
Yeah, you know? And it's like you tell them, and you know that there's a shield gone up immediately, thinking, it's not going to happen to me. And then, of course, they do. And then they come about it.
And I tell these people, look at the profile. You've got Luke Bryan changing her profile. You got Luke, you got a black man, then all of a sudden it goes to a lady, and then we're back to a blue fake check mark, and then we got Billy Bob Bo. I mean, he's just trying to cover up. He probably got a slap on the wrist, changed it, waited a little bit, now he's back to doing it again.
Yeah.
And you got a timeline there for a reason. Look at what these people are putting on their timeline.
And so you can go the opposite of that. You know, it's an old account and they've taken everything off. But they always make a mistake. I mean, if you look at the likers, they do like to like the fake account.
You know, okay, so yes, he does live in Nashville, but it just posted that he moved to Nashville today.
Yes.
He's been in Nashville for a long time, people.
He sort of moves everywhere.
He just created this page because it's telling you that he moved there today. That means he probably created this page today.
Yeah, exactly. And they do that program a lot as well.
Luke has been on social media since October 2007, so you're not going to have a today profile out there.
Well, you move every day. But, I mean, let's face it, where else is he going to live? You know, he's not going to live in Poland when he's a country music.
I think the funniest one I had, Ruth, honestly, was he lived in Kentucky and he worked at Walmart.
Oh, bless him. I thought he was doing a lot better than that, you know.
I laughed so hard. I was like, oh my. Attention Kmart shoppers, I guess. I don't know.
I mean, he'd be popular, let's face it. Can you imagine going around there and seeing Luke Bryan stacking the shelves? I mean, it would be different, wouldn't it? But yes.
And the funny thing is Luke has been in Walmart, but it was years ago promoting his new CD.
Well, you know, everybody needs a bit extra cash.
Yes,
but
they do.
They do say, oh, can you come onto a different account because, you know, my management does my main account and I can't talk to anybody through there. And I've created this other account to talk to my fans. And then people think, oh, you know, they feel nice. Oh, he's noticed me. And of course, once they pass that first test of going to WhatsApp, going to Google Voice, going to Telegram or something like that,
I just want to keep us private, baby. Nothing more private than where I have you right now. But they don't want you there because they want to distract you, and they don't want to lose their account. They'll lose you before you can get back to try to find where your first initial contact was.
I don't know. I mean, as I say, all we can do is warn. And all we can do is say, all right, you think you're talking to Luke Bryan. All right, that's very, we say you don't, you're not. You say you are, fine. But I want you to remember that we say you're not.
Exactly.
So when he asks for money, when they ask for money, when they start calling you, you are my queen. Exactly. When they start, you know, I've fallen in love with you. I am so happy, you know. But when they start saying, remember what we said. And don't, I'm going to talk to you later, Wanda. You know, remember what we said. And okay, you talk to your Brian. That's all right. You Luke, sorry, it's my Brian. You talk to your Luke, they've got Brian in common. You talk to your Luke, but remember that it is going to fall in love with you and call you honey and babe and my queen. And it is going to want money. And you know, the thing is, Denise, that if there was a membership card,
Luke
a fan,
would tell you about it.
it would be everywhere.
You would be noted somewhere. You'd find it in Google, and you'd find it in his actual nut house. It's not there.
You would. And I've said this to people before. Don't you think it's strange you've never found it anywhere?
Right. Just like they promote their concerts, don't you think they'd promote the fan card if that was what they were looking for to make money from?
I was going to say, if it's $2,500, yeah, surely. And anything like this. And also, I had a woman who, you mentioned it briefly earlier. Oh, he's promised me a trip on his private jet. And I thought, oh, that sounds nice, doesn't it? Now, if Luke, and this is part of the fan membership, wasn't just her, it was part of the fan membership. Now, I thought, if Luke Bryan had taken people on his private jet, it would be.
You'd see it. Somewhere. It would be promoted. Look at what he's doing, and if you would like to have one, contact us. You know, they'd promote that. They'd show that.
Of course.
The only ones I've seen on his jet is his family, friends.
I mean,
not fans.
I wouldn't. I wouldn't pay $2,000 for it, but you know,
and never sit there with a packed suitcase. Because I had a gal that she thought she was going with Morgan Wallen and Luke Bryan at 4th of July to celebrate it in Nashville and then go on tour. That woman called me in tears at midnight with nobody at her front door, and then blocked me because she didn't like what I had to say.
Oh,
so she might have kept your bag packed and still waiting. I don't know.
I know. The thing is, Denise, how come we're all the bad ones?
Oh,
we are.
Definitely the bad one. I've gotten some doozy hate mail from women. Mm-hmm.
Oh yes, we do. In fact, I've had one tonight. I had to block her in the end because she was so horrible.
Yeah.
She called me everything. But there again, she'd started the conversation by saying I didn't know what she was on about because she lived with her man in his house and she knew him very well, and they were going to get married, and she was living with him. Now that gets my back up because I know that's a lie. So don't bother. You can't kid a kid a bit, as we say over here. Don't bother to lie to me because you're not going to get anywhere with me on that. And also, you're making yourself look very silly.
Yeah.
Because we know it's not true.
Yeah.
And
I've had it where you're ugly. Yeah. You've been blocked from my husband, Luke Bryan. And oh my goodness.
Yeah, how many wives has that man got?
Yeah, it's like he's got 7 wives out there, if not more.
Well, there's probably about 70. Yes, I always get, when I do the live chats with especially the sort of younger military, I always get madly in love with them and I want them secretly, you know.
Yeah.
Which, you know, it's a bit of an insult. It's a bit of an insult to them. And they're making themselves look stupid.
I've had it to where stop posting my husband's picture. I hate you, you know, just mean, ugly. And I thought, you're being so lied to. And like you said, I have thick skin. Doesn't bother me anymore. Thick skin.
This Mel just said, how many times have we been called jealous? Because she gets it as well. Oh, you're just jealous. You want it. You're just jealous.
Oh, yeah. Lots.
Taking over a fake man, you know?
Or do you realize that that's my man and you're barking up the wrong tree? I go, I ain't after your man. I just like him as an artist. I'm just trying to keep you safe.
I think I'd feel a bit pathetic if I had a sort of like text man.
Yeah. You know?
I mean, I'd be a bit...
I'm at the point, my dictionary, all I have to do is say one word and it brings out the rest of the line for me because I've had to type it so much. I can't even type the word like without it showing up as Luke.
Oh, I like that. Oh,
you know, I've had people come back and say, Luke. And I go, it's autocorrect. It just automatically put it in there. That's supposed to be like. I've got that man's name so much that it's in there stuck in Luke and like in the same meaning, I guess.
You know, we're going to be sitting.
It's scary out there right now, and more women are still doing it. It makes me sad. It just breaks my heart.
And the thing is, Denise, that because it is so easy, what we can't get through to people is the fact that because you are getting contacted so much, you are getting picked up so much, because it is this easy. No.
Yep. And if they finished and you've realized he is a scam, they're going to put you on that suckers list, and his buddies got you now. They're going to wait a little bit and come back and say, baby, I've really missed you. You've really got to believe me.
Oh, you do you know, I had a lady today and she had 5 generals and a and it took me a while, but she was quite upset. She had no men left by the time.
And can I say something on how dangerous this is, Ruth? Okay, so my scammer stalked me for a very long time. I mean, we're talking I had to freeze my credit report, all that. Thought I was finally done after 3 years. I just got a letter in December that he's been filing taxes in my name for the past 3 years.
No.
No, yeah.
That.
No, this was for a gambling debt of some sort, and they wanted my W-2s to prove it so that the refund would go out. This person was actually able to get one of the stimulus checks from COVID because he had been filing in my name. I'm a non-filer. I don't make enough. I don't have to file taxes. So when I get that letter from the IRS, because they will never call you, you will always get form of a letter. When I got the letter, I thought, I don't even file taxes, and where does this I never made $100,000. I had to call it. Come to find out, my name's been used to file taxes in the past 3 years. So who knows the amount of money these people have gotten me, and I haven't even given it to them, but they got it from my government.
No, we know when COVID was, they were giving the stimulus checks out. We know that there was a lot of them doing those stimulus checks.
Unemployment was another thing. I was always getting letters on unemployment. I don't know how many times that people were filing in my name under unemployment.
Because that was so easy over COVID, because you applied, they didn't really check it, they just paid it. So as soon as they got the social security number, that was it.
But I have to say out there to all you ladies that are listening that when Scam Haters tells you to do something, it's wise to listen, because I can only imagine if I had not listened to Ruth, how much more far in debt or just garbage out there that I would have in my name. Had I not listened, we probably have all I mean, I already have problems with the deep dark web. My security alerts are telling me, you're jeopardized, you're on the deep dark web. So here I go again, rechanging passwords. I mean, it's just a mess. So you're stuck for a very long time. It's very hard to rid of these people.
And Denise, mention something that Sophie was talking about the other day, because it's coming up to your tax time now. And they're doing this thing called ID Me.
Yes.
Where you've got to sit there with your
picture.
And send it. And they need people to do that and send their SSN, and people are doing it.
You got your identity theft out there. They've got you, and they are getting everything they can. They will destroy you.
Do you know Wanda, Denise? NC Luke fan. She's
which one? Which Wanda is it?
NC Luke fan. Wanda Putman.
Yes, that's my good friend Wanda.
She said she can tell her story.
Can she tell her story?
She said, you can tell my story, Denise.
Okay, Wanda, I'm going to tell your story. Wanda has been in the Nut House for 10 years, the fan club. She just recently, this guy was really clever, and that's the thing, they're professional scammers, and you have to remember that. They're silver-tongued, and they have a way of pulling you in, drawing you in, and you're caught. He was giving Wanda pictures, and even whenever Luke was doing like American Idol or some type of event, she would get pictures from that before it even was posted. How they're able to do that, to me, the internet is a tricky thing, and they can find anything they want to if they really have to prove their point. So Wanda had given up $10,000 because she felt that this was it, and she was going to get everything this gentleman was promising to her. And I'm sure there's a little bit more to her story, but just enough to give you, it's out there, and it's still out there. And she went through this for a year, and she's hoped that she stopped it before he's gotten too much, but she's afraid that that when I shared my story, she was like, oh my God, because she's like, I'm afraid this could happen to me because, you know, you think you stop it and you want to stop it.
Yeah.
But if you've been too trusting because of the garbage that they do, they can find things that you don't even know that they're finding on you. And they'll take everything that they can.
No, because you don't even know that they're looking for that. Now, a lot of people will say to us, "Oh, it's all right just talking to them. I'm not giving them any information." Now,
They're taking your data.
But
they're taking your data.
Yeah, but you know, they'll say things like, "How old are you, babe? When's your birthday?" There's your date of birth. It might be a week, you know, in between asking. So there is your date of birth. And there's ways of doing it. There's Truth Finder and things like that where they can find out all sorts.
But you know, there's enough, and I even have people out there that pay for catfish and things like that. There are so many red flags that free things have given you. You already know he's fake. Why are you paying $400 to go to catfish for them to find? You have so many resources out there and so many people that will help you. Let them help you for free.
Do you want to know a little secret?
Yes.
We were offered commission by social catfish to turn people away and refer them to them.
Oh my goodness.
But they would pay us commission for it. You can imagine what our answer was.
Yeah, and Cheryl's right. We fight these guys every day. And I've got a little team, a great group of ladies that help me do this, because I know you, Ruth, you've gotten so big, you can't do it on your own. You got to have those women that are like, oh, this is enough. I got Cheryl, I got Wanda, I got Sandy, I've got Heather.
And the thing is,
but without them, I couldn't still be doing what I'm doing. I mean,
our lives better as well, because I love my group of ladies.
I love them. And I have met so many fun, loving women because we all had the same thing in common.
Yeah.
And we want to fight it. And Wanda, Cheryl, my best friends are out there because of what the nonsense we had to go through. And that by them seeing me, we all connected that way. So, I mean, there's win-win situations out there. It's just, yeah, you hate to have to meet people that way.
Can you just talk for a minute? Because I just want to have a look and see if we've caught somebody. We've got a scammer. We just want rid of him.
Oh, we've got a scammer?
Yeah.
Okay. Hey, buddy. How you doing there, dude?
I
You're not going to get much from us here, because we know what you try to do, and you ain't learning anything because I ain't educating you. I'm not here to educate you.
All I think is, why do they bother? Because, thank you, Mel. Why do they bother? Because all they're going to find out is how much we don't like them.
Exactly.
You know
while you're there with your buddies laughing, you have no idea what we're doing on our end. No idea.
And it's just, it is quite pathetic, really.
I mean, Wanda called me last night. I was about ready to choke her because that's where I found scam upon scam. They're sharing each other's stuff just so that it can stay out there. So when you're going in and reporting these ladies, make sure you're reporting everything. You got the person that posted, you got to report what he posted, and you got to report the post itself. Yeah. Or it's just going to keep funneling. You got to report it all. If you don't report it all, it's going nowhere. It'll just go on to the next buddy.
Another scammer will come on and put a reply. Nothing to do with the original one. It might be, Stephanie Stephen or something on Luke Bryan.
It's just like when I caught, yeah, it's sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt, Ruth. It just makes you sigh every once in a while. But like Wanda had no idea Scam Haters was even out there. You know, I'm always sharing your posts, especially into the groups, because even though it's military, those red flags are exactly what they're doing with Luke too.
We always say that, okay, we have oil rig, we've got military, we've got doctors. I mean, I think about the contractors still. But it doesn't matter, Denise, because when you get down to it, the language they speak is the same. So if you are talking to Luke, you are having honey, you are having babe, you are having my queen. You are having exactly the same. It's just the story a bit.
Yeah. And I know, Ruth, I'm not seeing the queen so much with Luke anymore. They've changed it to the honey babe sweetheart thing. We don't get queen so much anymore because they've been educated and they know.
I was going to say, I still I still get it off my generals who are in love with me. I still get it.
I'm sure, and we do see it, but it's not so much for like we were seeing it. It's kind of toned down, but they are hitting the honey babe, sweetheart. Yeah, love you, babe.
Yeah, I had a few sweetie.
Yes,
well,
sweetie. Yeah. You'll always be my sweetie. Yeah. Okay.
And you know, it's the thing. It is still the same. Now we say it on the military ones. The generals will come and say, "Good night, sweetie. Sleep well.
Yeah.
We'll meet in your dreams." Now they can be the general. They can be the doctor. They can be Luke Bryan. They can be King Charles. They do the same thing. It's the same format. It's the same script.
And it's like even my scam, Ruth. I may not have lost money compared to what some of these women that I've seen lose, but it starts with the same antic, the same.
Exactly.
It's the same thing. It's just I was lucky and I didn't lose the amount that some of these women have lost.
I can actually tell you that I had a bloke this morning, and he'd gone to another site. He'd gone to UB, and she was at work today, and she panicked, and she told him to come to me, and I contacted him. I got him in the end. That man had lost $1.5 million. $1.5 million.
I thought the 90,000 was bad.
Helping a woman in Ghana get her inheritance.
I've had a guy that did that. He lost his retirement for helping him get a. They were in court getting the inheritance, and gave his whole retirement fighting this lawyer in the courts and documents that had to be completed, and lost his. I think it was about $150,000 retirement he lost.
And it's so. I mean, you know, the girl he came to me saying, "Well, you know, my friends have said it's a scam, but I know it's real." But no. He said, "My friends have been telling me it's a scam, but there's no proof." And we get the same, don't we, with them all? Well, where's your proof? Well, where's yours? You know.
Exactly.
And it's not, because I know, and you'll know from going through your scam and Wanda as well, that when they've got you, they've got you.
Yeah, they do. They're very civil-tongued, and they can weasel themselves out of it. I got lucky having you guys. And when I went to him and I said, "I'm done. I'm not giving you anymore. You're only contacting me when you want money." And so he tried to send a divorce certificate.
Yeah.
Go, this isn't vital records. This is a computer generated. You put what you wanted on. It looked like a GED certificate. Looked like an achievement certificate. And that's when I knew then that was it. You just gave yourself away.
They really I don't think what they give in Nigeria for "you've turned up at school today," because they really like those fancy certificates.
They do.
We stopped giving them in kindergarten, you know. But yes, they do. There's people out there that can help us pay for these scams. There should be no scammers, Wanda, to be honest. And I'm going to say this, and I don't want, my regulars will know what I mean, and I don't want to offend anybody. This is getting bigger because it's so easy. Because all the things you said, Wanda, all the things that Denise is saying about the women fighting with them, about not, you know, everything is how they're winning. And I don't know why they don't listen to us, but they do listen to them. I sort of get it, because, you know, the fake driver's license, I love those. I really love those. I had one. It wasn't Luke Bryan. Who was it?
Jason Aldean, Thomas Rhett, Morgan Wallen.
A really big fella.
Jelly Roll?
Yes. And he weighed 110 pounds. And I thought he'd blow off and win, wouldn't he, really?
Okay, I had a blue eye Luke Bryan yesterday. His driver's license was blue eye.
Yeah, and this one was...
The address, when I looked up the address, it's an old abandoned building.
Yeah, they do that quite a lot. I love Google Maps. I'm always on there. I don't know, they follow your data to see what you've searched on.
I love my Google. I love my Google on reverse. It's amazing.
And
you want to Google what a photo, doing a reverse search on it will tell the story of that photo.
And people say, oh, we've bought a house. He sent me this beautiful house and we're buying this house. And you look at it and think, yeah, all right. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Bigger than Meghan and Harry's, they're never going to move into a trailer park and be poor and happy.
Exactly.
It's always got to be millionaires and everything.
Yes. Mm-hmm. The 4.2 million
it is
home.
going to need to change, Wanda, because until they change Article 230, Section 230, they don't have to. They've got a duty of care that they ignore. But until your law changes over there, they don't have to do it. They should, but they don't have to. And I think until they're forced to do it, they're going to do anything. But what
it's like one
still gets me is all that's out there. We're not the only ones. There's lots of people do what we do. There's lots of people warning, and nobody's listening
to it. I'm like, and honestly, Ruth, since you helped me and we were working on those groups trying to get all that garbage out of them, we're good. So I don't see it as much as I used to. But when I met Wanda, I couldn't believe the amount of garbage that was out there. She gives me a lot of work, Ruth. A lot of work.
Point to say, she said some strange things about you, poor Wanda. Is blocked. It's just somebody. We've got people mentioning scammers that are coming on. That's all. Because we always have people on the gate, as it were. Because the thing is that people come on our lives and they come on, and it's like we know that those people are going to be contacted, but usually have a good laugh.
Yeah, I see it on TikTok. They just get in there to take those contacts, and then they're sending direct messages during or after that live. Yeah, I see it a lot.
But there's Jane. They've got huge bank accounts, but I can't access them. Now, the thing is, this can be everybody as well. Because, I've seen this with Luke Bryan once. I had a lady who lost £500,000, which is about $700,000, to an Eric Clapton because he couldn't get into his bank account. And he wanted to go traveling again. He wanted to go touring again. And the thing is that this is believed with little or no research. And see,
they're excited when they see that contact. They go with it. Yes. They don't even, all that information that was put out there for you, it just goes out the window. Yeah, it's frustrating.
And it's, he wants to talk to me.
He must have found me through Denise.
He wants to talk to me. He's noticed me. Instead of the first thing that people should think was, no, surely can't be. And I still will never believe, Denise, why a lot of them,
still do it.
Fakey, snaky, she always
No, the $75,000 one I had, she was literally buying suits and shoes for a retreat that they were going to go on in Connecticut on one of his tours, and then they were going to fly off into the sunset. Literally sending money so he could get the right suit. We're going to have dinner, so I need to get that set up. $75,000 later.
As if he would ask for that.
The man lacks nothing. He has everything.
And
honestly, I think if Luke wanted to take you to dinner, he would not let you pay for it.
What gets me, Denise, is Luke Bryan's got everything. He's got the plane. He's got the
house,
places to go to. He's got mansions. Got everything. Why? Because he's worked his socks off.
Yes, he has.
He's been a good man. He's entertaining. He loves his fans and his audience, and he's worked solid for this. And you've got these people coming out. Hi, honey, it's me, it's Luke.
I bet you're so excited to hear from me, or that you can't believe that you've heard from me. That's another good one.
Yes, it is. But don't worry, we'll talk. If you can only come to WhatsApp.
Signal's a big one right now.
Yes,
I want you to go.
And a new one called Zangy.
Yes, I just had him. The one that gave me the fake ID I shared with you yesterday.
Yeah.
Wanted to go to Zagny.
Yeah.
I go, what? I don't even ever heard of that.
No, we've only just started to hear about it.
Yeah, I had a girlfriend that mentioned it to me, and she couldn't shake this guy. Even after blocking and taking off her app and bringing it back on, this guy was still coming. I told her, I go, you need to contact your phone carrier then, because there's something with that app that they're able to still stalk you. And yeah, I
probably
was
why they like
on it.
I wonder if that's why they like it, because you can't actually get rid of them.
Yeah, Telegram's another one you can't get rid of them either.
No. We have fun on Telegram, Sophie does anyway. But because all the Nigerians hang out on Telegram, so they can pass on WhatsApp the same. They've got the groups.
Yeah, and I think that they go for something new now, Ruth, because everybody's so familiar with the WhatsApp. You get a WhatsApp number, run. So they're trying to throw out new chat rooms.
Yeah.
And yeah. Yeah, I'd never heard of Zagnites until you told me about it. Yes, about 2 or 3 days ago.
They just think it's always doing the dying old lady scam, I think. But she's been in with them for a long time, and she just watches, and she just gets all the details and sends them back to us. But of course, they teaching people, and we had a format for the celebrity scam, and it was vile. It was, well, half of your work's done for you because they're glad to hear from you. Tell them you love them. Tell them you love them over and over again.
Yeah.
And tell them that they are honoured because you have chosen them. And then, and you know what? One of the how can I say it on here? It's an N word, and it's the name of the country.
Right.
And I said that one.
You can't say it because because they're so because they don't like where they're from, and they're very embarrassed. No, Kayla, don't. I can't.
I'm not going to say it right now. I'm just going to say it every time.
Kayla's like, I'll say it. And I go, no, don't say it.
Honestly, we got into real trouble. I mean,
I've gotten bullying for doing it. Yeah. I've almost lost my Facebook for it.
For doing it. But they said, obviously, you can't scam the people from our country using this. So make sure you just go for the whiteheads. And that was their words that they said on their group, on the celebrity format. I've got it somewhere. I'll have a look. Just go for the whiteheads.
Wow. Yeah, you're a client. They don't love you. You're not a baby. You're a client.
And they say how to get as many clients as they can. So we're coming up to our time, because if we go over the hour, we can't save it. So we've got to. But thank you. And we'll do this again.
Yes, if we can do it again, anytime you need me, I'm more than happy to jump on. Let me know. Because
it just needs saying over and over and over again. Now,
it does. And I know that Luke honestly goes on his post every once in a while and tells them, but people like it gets faded, and it's like, you don't remember this?
And then the scammer says, well, we have to say this, babe, we really do. But you know I'm talking to you. You know it's me, babe, don't you?
It's me.
Oh.
Yeah, like the one
thank you.
Yesterday. Yeah.
There's Mary. Have a good night, Queen Ruth.
All right, thank you, Ruth.
Call me Queen. It's a bit of a.
Oh, thanks, Queen. Thanks, Queen Ruth. Appreciate that.
It's a bit of a joke, because what people say is, well, he said he was in Syria, and he said he was a general, and I always say, well, I'm Queen of England. Do you believe me?
Well, and Wanda and Cheryl are probably laughing at you with that, because I'm always telling them I'm the Queen of England. I say, and I'm the Queen of England.
Exactly. So why is it silly if we say it? But it's fine.
But it's fine if they do it. Exactly. They don't like that double standard thing. It's okay for them, but not for us.
But not for us. We haven't got to fight back. Well, we are fighting back.
Yes.
So thank you very much, Denise.
Thank you, Ruth. I really appreciate you doing this for me today.
We will do it again. And if Wanda wants to come on as well.
Oh, yes. We can definitely do that. I'll get in contact with her, and then when you're ready for us, you holler, and I'll make it happen.
That's brilliant. Right. We will do that. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Ruth. Bye-bye.
Facebook, so we can share it.
Yes, thank you.
Bye now. Bye.
Bye.